I say let's get the stuff on. What up YouTube, it's me, Seabass, and welcome back to another episode of Throttle Hobby. For today, the XT, I think we're leaving in about 4 days. I'm gonna have this video, I have 2 other videos while I'm gone, so I can A, enjoy the vacation, and B, get some more footage for you guys. So with this, I actually bought some parts. So I bought Knuckle Guards, which you need, especially up there when you wanna not have your hands get dinged by a rock or a bug or whatever. We got the actual filter for it. I bought some really sweet, if I can get them out the box, there we go. Some really sweet levers, because mine are obviously, well, one of them is better days. And then I bought a headlight. So I say let's get the stuff on and transform this thing. So I think what we're going to start with first is going to be the easiest one, which will be just the air filter, which is located underneath the seat. So to do that, we're going to need 2 Phillips head screwdrivers. We're going to have to take out 2 Phillips screwdrivers. So let's grab a Phillips screwdriver and take this off. So like I said, right underneath here, 2 Phillips screwdrivers. Let's take off the seat. Have the 2 screws out. We just have to lift the seat up and out. Put that off to the side. Grabbing our Phillips screwdriver. Right here is where the where the air filter is located. Let's just take that off. Here's a thing that actually gave me problems the last video. I had to clean all that out, probably do a little more cleaning, but this filter is absolutely gross. So this is the old one I pulled out. This is how it looks, kind of gross. And this is how the new one's supposed to look, nice and clean. I also got some sweet K&N stickers I am going to be putting on the side of this, because why not? Support K&N. So let's install this part. It'll be very easy. It's hanging side down. And flip this around. In beautifully. And that should stay in there. Yep, cool. So I'll grab these 2 things and put it back. Wavy side, just like this. Perfect fit. Cool, so that's the first upgrade done. I'm gonna move this out of the way for now. Let's see, why don't we put 1 sticker? Nope. This should be on like a dark spot. Maybe like something right there. That'd be cool. Have to use a bottle of cleaning ride. Got some sweet K&N stickers. Got 1 right there. I haven't put the warning label one on because, you know what? Why not? K&N's gonna give me stickers. Might as well use them. K&N, call me. Alright, so next, I'll actually do the levers. I feel like the levers would be super cool to do. So what I'm gonna do, pop this off. I'm gonna get this hose out. So this off, hose out. So actually, now that I just did a little bit of it, I just realized that if you grab a small ratchet, 10mm, you take off a bolt and a nut, and then they just link off like this. So now all we have to do is take the throttle cable off and replace them. And that you just line up like this, and pop them out. Nothing to it. So after I've gone and slid the rubber piece onto the old one, what I did is I grabbed a pair of vice grips and I pinched off the corner, because what we got to do is slide it into here, line it up, and put the bolt back in. After that, you might have to loosen the actual cable here to fit it in, because these are shorter. Now what we're going to do is line up the hole. We're going to go and put the nut and bolt in them, and they should be secure. And I'll show you guys how to adjust these later, because once you do that, once you put shorty ones off, you kind of mix around, because of the shorty compared to the one that was extremely long as well. Not too short, but get a better frame. Not too short, but a little bit, so we might have to do some adjusting there, but let me get the bolts in there. Unfortunate news is I won't be able to use this rubber grommet to protect it, because the new ones have this ginormous thing right here underneath them, so I'll have to be more in the open. But now let me show you guys how to adjust the clutch. So like this one, not too bad. What you can usually do is in between this crease, when you slightly pull on it, you could fit 2 nickels. So that's pretty close. I want to see if I can try to get a little bit better. My old one was a little sloppy, and I kind of want to get a little bit tighter. So say right about there. Normally when you do this, you can grab 2 nickels, and when you just pull it slightly before you have any leeway, so like this is a little too tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this off just a little bit. That's about a nickel, maybe 2. I'll leave it like that, but that's just basically that's how you just get around. Usually you get pretty good with just a feel. So with that, that's pretty good, because you don't want it too tight, because if you do it too tight, you're constantly will be riding on the clutch. You don't want to do too loose, because then you'll do, when you pull this in, your bike will do a crab walk. So later on we'll see if this is good. But I really do like where that is. It's got tension. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Tighten this bolt up. Then you just slide that over. You could tighten this bolt with like a wrench or something. I don't like to put too much tension on it, so for me, that right there is golden. That looks pretty sweet. MZS. And I like the blue. Alright, let's do the other one that's got the more unfortunate side. So, same thing. So this will be pretty much same spiel. Take the rubber part off. We go over here, 10mm, take this off. We don't really have to mess with this, because this lever, because it's broken, it's actual, like, the same size. So I'm sure whoever messed with it before adjusted this. So all we're going to do is take out this bolt. So as we remove the old one, you're going to notice there's going to be a spring. It's actually kept inside there. Very important, do not lose. You put it back inside the same hole. Just like that. And what that spring is going to do is anytime you pull it, it's going to actually push the brake handle back. So in this one, you can see where we got the spring locker hole. And this will be pressing on this, which actually which actually uses the brake pressure. I don't know why I messed up. And it goes to your front brake. So I'm going to slot this spring in here, put that in there, push, and push the giant bolt through, nut it on the bottom, lever should be done. So the brake lever's in, but I don't like how it pretty much bottoms out on the back end. So what we're going to do is loosen this screw right here, and then tighten the one back here by pulling the lever the opposite way, so we can give it more of a ways to go before it hits the handlebar. So I'm going to loosen this one up real quick. So now we got both levers installed. I ended up just moving this screw just a little bit more up, so it's about the same as the clutch one. And then I tightened this other bolt down so it wouldn't move. So now we got some pretty good breakage here. And the lever's not broken, so that's always good. Cool, next, let's move on to the hand guards. So these are the knuckle guards, and these are all the pieces. And these are the great instructions that tell you how to do this. So basically, without too much, oh, I put the sticker on later. Heck yeah. Without too much observation, you're gonna have 2 little clamps like this to put on the handlebars. One like this, one like this, right? And in the center, you're either gonna figure out whether you got the thick ones, or you use the very, let me try to find one here, or you use the very thin ones. Mine uses the thin ones, So the thin ones will go in there like this. So once you get your two thick, thin ones, you put them together like this, and you take two screws, one up here, and you tighten it down, and then that end will go into the end of this, which a bolt this long will go inside of a holder, and that holder on the other end will have a lock. And basically that's pretty much how you do. So I kind of did one real quick off here, so I left it like loose just in case I have to move it around. So now what I'm gonna have to do is poke a hole through here and stuff some of that stuff in there, and then hopefully lock it in from here, attach it to here, and it'll guard my knuckles here. So after we install the pin on the end, which will be this plus the screw that goes through here, and then at the end we have this little like knob that sights on the end like this, and it gets locked in so it can't move. Once we get that set, what we have to do is cut a hole in the rubber grommet, which I already did with the knife, and then preset it, and then set it to the stuff up here that I left nice and loose. And there we go, there's one side. So once you find the right spacers, connect these, tighten this one up, and slide this all the way in, and then connect and tighten these two bolts, on is on. I'm gonna do the other side, and then we'll get to the last thing of this whole project. So on the brake slash throttle, we had to drill out the hole a little bit. So I grabbed a drill bit as big as I could, just so we can get this piece to fit in there nice and snug. So the fronts are looking pretty good, nice and tight. I even got the sticker on there, right on the tank, black and yellow. The last thing I want to do is the light bulb. So in order to get to that, I'm gonna have to get that Allen. I believe these are pretty loose. That hangs on by nothing. And probably the next Allen on the other side. And that should come right off. Now that I got the face off, I'm gonna go and get these two Allens on each side. And hopefully this light should just pop right out. My mistake, there's actually a third secret Allen underneath this light that holds it in place. But now that we have the light, all we have to do is walk over here to the bulb that I have and remove the, we're gonna remove the rubber piece off of this. And here's where the light sits. So it says to lock, unlock is to turn. So like I said, once you unscrew this comes off. Put that over to the side. Take the bulb out. I'll be saving this one, God forbid anything happens. And we take our new one and we put it back in. We line up the three tangs and put her in. Good and dandy. Bleed, because that's part of every good project. Then we'll get the ring on and slap this back on. And with that, the motorcycle is done. Whoops, wrong button. Cool. What the hell? No, garage. Bad. Down. Stupid. Anyway, and with that, the bike is done. So we did the headlight. We did the new levers. We've adjusted the levers. We've put in the elephant tusks on. I was planning on doing the lights, but then I'm like, if I fall over, I'm just gonna break again, so that might be something else. We got some sweet decals. And, well, that's about it. So, this is throttle body. Yep, there we go. Throttle body, yeah, throttle body. This is throttle body. This is throttle. Stupid. No, this is Throttle Hobby. My name is Seabass, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Peace.